Hey class, this is weird to say, but last discussion video post of this class. It's gone by in the blink of an eye for me at least. Feels like it was just yesterday that we started our first week. But with that being said, jump kind of into the question. It was cool learning about Paul's view of freedom. I think this idea of freedom is something for American citizens that we think that we understand because we're the land of the free, and that's awesome. And it's awesome that we have people fighting for us for that freedom. But I think that when we look at freedom, the freedom that Paul is talking about, it's a little different. It's the same word, it's the same meaning, it has the same definition, but I think it's the flip side. I think, again, as American citizens, freedom is something that we fight for. But here, Paul is, he's trying to tell these Galatian Jesus followers, these people who have just lived by the Torah, have upheld the Torah, and who just hold very closely to the Torah, that they are free from that is the old law, and the new law is here, and Jesus has come, and he is here, and he's fulfilled this new law that encompasses love, and just to love others and love your neighbor as yourself. And it's something that, as I try to put my shoes, or try to wear the shoes of a Galatian Jesus follower at the time, and hearing Paul say this, and knowing that as a Galatian Jesus follower, that the Torah is something that I have followed my whole life and I've dedicated my life to. It's the same thing, I think, for us in this class. We've dedicated our life to this. We go to school for it. We learn about it. So these Jesus following Galatians, they have the Torah, and it would be interesting to be in that time period and having Jesus come fulfill this new law, and now it's different. It's completely changed, and I think that would be hard to kind of grasp and understand and fully kind of invest in, because you're taking this view that you had for so long, and you're not dismissing it, but you're switching it up, and someone's telling you that it's different now. So I think that it would be hard as a Galatian, trying to wrap my head around this idea of freedom. But this view of freedom that Paul is preaching, he's preaching that we have freedom through Jesus. What Jesus did for us gave us freedom. So knowing that this is now, because this one person has come, and there is freedom because of this one person, that it kind of pushes all of the old laws to the side. That would, again, be hard to kind of wrap my head around. And I think, as far as like Christians today and looking at this topic, it can, I think it's something that we understand. I think we all know that Jesus, or a lot of people know that Jesus is the new law. He came and fulfilled the new law. But I think where the misunderstanding comes is, then what do we do with the old law? And these can cause a lot of questions about the relevancy of the Old Testament, and how relevant is the Old Testament. Is it something that I should know? Is it something that I should learn? Do I need to follow these laws that are in the Old Testament? Those are the questions that can be brought up with this idea, and those questions are hard to ask, because you're questioning the Bible, and whenever you question something, it can be intimidating at times. But I think that with knowing that, for me, being in the position that I am to be taking these classes and learning about these things, I think it's God placing on my heart that I need to be there for those people, and I need to encourage those questions to be asked, but then help people work through those questions. And if it's a question that I don't know, then maybe it's, hey, let's find out together and learn about this together, or just giving my advice, pointing them in the right direction to answer those questions, and have an understanding of this view of freedom that we get because of Jesus, and having a complete and full understanding of it, not just one side of it, but learning the other side of it as well. So those are my thoughts. Again, it's crazy to think that this is the um, last video post for this class, but it's been great. It's been fun hearing what people have had to say, and yeah, I'm out.